Hi there. Welcome to Drunk... whatever the fuck this is. Drunk Game Reviews. Plot summary. I have a beer. I'm gonna have some more of it. Yum. Cheers, bitch. Today we're gonna be talking about The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. You may have heard of it. Came out in 1987. First 3D Zelda game, other than the one that preceded it, which was a top-down view of a Zelda, but she's the princess. Ocarina of Time starts out with you wake up in a tree. The first thing you do is this light bulb fucking whore, so naggy, tells you to save the world. So you wake up, she tells you to save the world, and you go talk to a tree. After you talk to a tree, he opens his mouth and he's like, "Get in my belly." And the bitch fairy's like, "Do it." And you're like, "Okay, I guess I'm an elf boy." So you go in the tree, you get the slingshot, and then you use the slingshot to kill the spider queen. Goma. She gives you the green spiritual stone, and you use all 3 spiritual stones to open the door of time. And the door of time gives you the Master Sword, and the Master Sword makes you old because you're not ready for the Master Sword. You're like 12 at this point, or like 7. You can't grow a beard. Go get the Master Sword and you go, "Ha!" And then you turn into like this 18-year-old hunk of a man with a fucking earring in your earlobe. You're super badass, and Raru's like, you still have to save the world because you didn't do it as a kid, even though stupid fairy that's just been chilling for 7 years with you in cryogenesis says that you can. And fireworks. So you go to the forest temple, and then Saria's like, "Link, we were so young together, but you're so old now." You're like, "No, Saria, no." But alas, you're not an elf, you're a Hylian. You're a Kokiri. You're not a Kokiri, you're a Hylian. And you actually grow. Kokiri don't grow. So Saria's like, "Peace out, bitch, I don't know you." You go into the forest temple and you get the forest medallion. Saria's like, "You did it! And I'm a sage, so I'll never see you again." Except she does, because you see her in Ganon's tower. But no, forget that. Forget it. That's too... spoilers! So then you go to the fire temple. And then Darunia, who you've met before, because he's a Goron. He's like, "Brother, I'm gonna beat the dragon." And you're like, "Alright, dude, you do it." But he can't do it, so you get the key, and then you go fight the dragon. But Darunia couldn't beat the dragon, so you gotta beat the dragon. And then you beat the dragon, and then the dragon's like, "No!" And then Darunia's like, "Yeah!" And then he's like, "I'm the sage," and you get the fire medallion. And then you get the water medallion from this bitch who thinks she's married to you, but you haven't seen a priest or shit, so you don't care. she's just doing whatever. She just wants to bone you, but you don't care about fish ladies. So you keep going on to, this is a big part of the debate. You can either go to the Spirit Temple or the Shadow Temple, but idiots that think they can go to the Spirit Temple before the Shadow Temple think their jump slash to get the silver rupee works. No, you gotta go to the Shadow Temple before you go to Spirit Temple. That's how they fucking intended it. Idiots. So, you go to the Shadow Temple. Yeah, but then you get that one. And then of course you go to the Spirit Temple. The Spirit Temple, oh god, the Spirit Temple's the worst. Because you gotta do half of it as a kid, and then half it is again as an adult. And no one wants to do that shit. But turning back into a kid, back into an adult again, that's awful. Why would you make me take my earring out and throw her away? And be like, oh, I'm a kid, I can't use the hook shot again. Because I'm a fucking kid and I suck. You don't want to do that shit, right? But you have to, because that's how the game works. And you do the first half as a kid and you get the gauntlets and you're like, yeah, I can lift shit. I'm badass. Shit, what happens after that? No, I know. You have to go back to the Temple of Time, and you turn back into an adult with the fucking earring, dude. Okay, context, back in the 90s, that fucking earring was the shit. But as a kid, you were like, oh, that guy's got the left side earring. Damn, he's cool. Anyway, where was I? Oh, you turn back into an adult, go back to Spirit Temple, wreck shit up. Some brown chicks are like, yo, I was possessed by like demons and shit by Ganondorf. Don't destroy me. And you're like, I gotta destroy you, I need the spirit medallion. And these chicks are, and then they like go up into the sky and you get the spirit medallion. And that's all like, what is that, 6 medallions? That's 6 medallions right there. I don't know if it's 5 or 6, I don't give a shit. You get 6 medallions. I almost said 5. 6 medallions lets you make this rainbow-ass bridge into Ganondorf's tower, and you're gonna go fuck Ganondorf's shit up. But first, you gotta go through 6 trials. Is it 6? 6 medallions, 6 trials. Yeah, 6 trials. You gotta go through 6 trials, and you wreck shit up. You get all those 6 medallion trials done. You open up that big-ass door that's like, and you walk into the guy's mouth, and you go up the stairs, and it's like, oh shit, you got the bride and groom iron knuckle. Those iron knuckles don't stand a chance, dude. You got the know-how. You do one at a time. You take them out strategically. They're done. You jump slash, backflip, jump slash, backflip. Their attacks mean nothing to you. You go up to the next door. You're heading up to the top. Ganondorf's like, yo, I got your Zelda bitch, and I'm gonna fucking take her Triforce power. And I'm gonna use her power and my power, and I'm gonna go like, her, and then I'm gonna fucking wreck your shit, because you're the hero of courage, and I don't mean shit about you. Whatever. This guy doesn't know you for jack. You got items. You got fucking medallions. You got Rauru on your side, dude. Rauru's the owl. He's the owl. He tells you to do shit when you're a kid, and then he grows up and he's the owl. That's insane. He's the owl. Fuck. So you're up at Ganondorf and he flies in the sky and he's like, hey. And then his Triforce of courage lights up on us. Courage, please, power. The Triforce cower, fucking beer. You get your light arrows out that you got from Zelda, and you're like, ah. And he like fucking lights up like a Christmas tree, dude. Take him out with your Master Sword, like, bah! And you just wail on him, dude. Those light arrows, wail on him. Until finally, he's dead. But no, he's not dead. You're not done yet. You gotta go down the fucking tower with Zelda. Zelda's like, oh, Link, save me. And you're like, girl, I got you. We gotta be careful. Because there's Skulltula No, there's not. There's. What are they called, dude? The skeletons with the swords. Oh no, I can't remember. I'm not even a Zelda fan. No. Stalfos. There's falling boulders in Stalfos, and you gotta bust your way through and clear a path for Zelda because she's fucking helpless for some reason. But anyway, you gotta clear a path for Zelda because she's fucking useless except for opening doors because she's a woman or some shit. Who knows? This is dumb 90s shit. She like, open the door with my magic. And then she opens the door. You keep going down, then finally you get out of Ganon's tower and it collapses in super slow-mo. It collapses and the Zelda's like, we did it. But then it's like, oh shit. There's a sound in the rubble. You're given the opportunity. You're not even given like you're not even forced to go do, well, I guess you're kind of forced to go do it, but there's just like, you're given free control of Link again. There's nothing going on, but there's a pile of rubble. And you go up to it to investigate. Because you're a fucking Sherlock Holmes of the N64 era. Ganondorf explodes out of the rubble like the badass he is. And he turns into a fucking pig. Not just any pig though, not a squeaky pig, babe style 90s pig like you done good pig. No, he turns into a fucking warthog pig. And he's like, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. You are done. You are over. This is where the fucking parabola of excitement reaches its peak. The peak of excitement. This guy has got swords swinging. He's walking up to you. He's like 50 times your size. 20,000 times your weight. This is estimates, by the way. Oh, that's flip. Oh, God. That hurt really bad. I just inhaled a lot of shit. You are walking up to him as an adult with your badass earring in your left ear specifically. Because 90s were the shit. God, I miss Friends. What a great show. One move will fuck you up. You gotta dodge his every move and get to his tail. And when you get to his tail, you slice that shit and you dice that shit. And then finally, you knock your Master Sword away. And when your Master Sword is away, Zelda's like, no, you can't do anything. You're like, fuck, what do I do now? Shit, that's not how it happens at all. You get your Master Sword back. And Zelda's like, you gotta finish him off. And Zelda's like, you can do it. I believe in you. I've known you since you were like 2. 10. 7. I've known you for a while. And then Link's like, I can do it. And you're Link, so you're like, I can do it. You fucking roll under his legs. And you slice the shit out of his tail. For some reason, that just hurts so bad. That he puts his face on the ground, he's just like, and he opens his mouth and you're like, it's time for me to put my sword of evil's bane in your face. And then Zelda's like, come and get the sword, and you're like, yeah. And you run back, and you press pause, and you ruin the momentum of the fucking game by pressing pause to equip the Master Sword. And then you equip the Master Sword, and then you're like, you put it straight in his fucking snout, and he's done. And you win. Cheers. Done. A Link to the Past is better, by the way.